Welcome back again. We'll start now square root of a complex number. Okay, as we know, your complex number is denoted as z equals to a plus ib. We have to find out square root of a complex number, and these are the algorithm for solving square root of a complex number. You have to follow this algorithm. If your complex number z equals to a plus ib, so it will ask you to find root z. So you have to take, suppose root z equals to plus minus x plus iy. Clear? Then after you do squaring both sides of step 1. Means you have to squaring both sides. Okay, if you will squaring both sides, this will becomes only z, and the squaring of this term will becomes a plus b whole square, means a square plus b square plus 2ab, means x square plus iy whole square plus 2x into iy. That equals to iy whole square, means I square is minus 1. So x square minus y square. Clear? X square minus y square plus I into 2xy. Okay, after squaring both sides, we will get z equals to x square minus y square plus I into 2xy. So comparing the real and imaginary part, because in your left hand side z means z is a plus ib. So left hand side a plus ib, right hand side x square minus y square plus I into 2xy. Okay, so by comparing real and imaginary part, we will get x square minus y square, that will be present in right hand side. In your left hand side, real part is a. So x square minus y square equal to z. Similarly, in your right hand side, imaginary part is 2xy. The left hand side imaginary part is b. So 2xy equals to b. So likewise, you have to collect your real part and imaginary part. Clear? After that, what you will do? You have to find x square plus y square. Okay, as you have obtained x square minus y square here, okay, because your answer at the time of conclusion, your answer must be x plus iy. That means you have to obtain the value of x and y. To find the value of x and y, you need the equation x square minus y square and x square plus y square. Clear? That's why in step 3 we have obtained x square minus y square equals to a, and we need x square plus y square. That means we have to find out that much. Okay, so by using this formula you can find out, using a plus b whole square equals to a minus b whole square plus 4ab. So we'll apply here, because a minus b whole square means that is present in equation 1, and 4ab means 2ab, that is present in equation 2. Okay, so let x square plus y square, that equals to, suppose any constant, it will be c, suppose. Okay, so solving equation 1 and 3 means 1 and 3 means 1 is x square minus y square equals to a, 3 is x square plus y square equals to c. So by solving these two equations, we can get the value of x and y. Then after finding the value of x and y, we can substitute in step 1, that is root z equals to plus minus x plus iy. Fine. So this is known as your square root of a complex number. Clear? So let us start. There is also another method for short question. If you have no time, you can find your root z by using this formula. Suppose this is a complex number. Root z equals to plus minus whole bracket under root mod z plus real z by 2 plus I into under root mod z minus real z whole divided by 2. When your imaginary z is positive, because z equals to a plus ib, if your this b is positive, so at that time you have to apply this formula. Similarly, come to next formula, root z equals to the same formula, only the symbol is minus here. It will happen only when your imaginary z is negative, means if b is your negative. So at that time you have to apply this formula. So sometimes for less time you can use this formula also. And here mod z means that is the modulus of z, and we have discussed mod z formula is under root a square plus b square, and a real z we have writing here, real z is a. Clear? So by using this value, you find out and apply in your formula, you can find out the square root of z. Clear? So let's have an example. Obtain the square root of a 3 plus 4i. So here z is 3 plus 4i. Clear? So we write let root z equals to x plus iy plus minus x plus iy. Then squaring both sides. after squaring both sides, your left hand side becomes 3 plus 4i only. That equals to this whole square becomes x square plus iy whole square plus 2x iy. That equals to iy whole square. This one is iy whole square. Okay. So that equals to 3 plus 4i equal to x square. I square is minus 1. So minus y square plus 2xyi. Now equating both sides. You can say this is your real part and this is your imaginary part because I is present. And here real part is 3, imaginary part is 4. Okay, now comparing both sides. So we will get x square minus y square equals to 3 and 2xy equals to 4. And we mentioned this is your equation 2, this is your equation 3. Clear? And this one is your equation 1 which will be written in your conclusion. Okay, so now you have to find x square plus y square. We have to find out. Okay, so let's see. X square plus y square formula is x square minus y square whole square plus 2xy whole square root over. So under root x square minus y square, that is your 3. Already we have obtained. X square minus y square is 3 and 2xy is 4. So in this formula we just apply here. 3 square plus 4 square root over, that equals to 25 root over, that equals to 5. Okay, now this is your equation 4. Now solving equation 3 and 4, 2 and 4, adding equation 2 and 4 we will add, then minus y square plus y square both are cancelled. 2x square equals to 8, so that implies x square equals to 4, that implies x equals to 2. And we put the value of x equals to 2 in our equation 3, we will get 2xy equal to 4. So x is 2 here, so 2 into 2, 4y equal to 4, so we will get y equals to 1. Hence, xy, we have the value of x and y. So finally, in our step 1, we have written root z equals to x plus iy. So root over of 3 plus 4y equals to plus minus x plus iy. That equals to x is 2, I is 1. So 2 plus I. This is your final answer of square root of 3 plus 4i. Clear? So likewise, you can find out the square root of any complex number. Then come to next topic is cube root of unity. Cube root. Okay, cube root means this symbol is known as cube root. Okay, unity means that is 1. Okay, to find cube root of unity, so we have to take, suppose its value is x. Okay, then after we will solve it. How can you solve it? Okay, cube root means what are the values of root? Suppose in a quadratic equation, we are solving quadratic equation and we find some answer of x, those are known as root. Similarly, for this value, we will find some value of x, those are known as root here. Okay, so let us solve this one. X equals to under root cube of minus 1. Okay, that can be written as cubic both sides, x cube equals to 1. That implies x cube minus 1 cube equal to 0. A cube minus b cube formula, you know, a minus b into a square plus b square plus ab. So this is the answer, x minus 1 whole into x square plus x plus 1 equal to 0. That implies each factor equal to 0, we can write. So from first factor we can write x minus 1 equal to 0, that means x equal to 1. From the second factor, this is a quadratic equation and we will apply in Sridhar-Acharya formula, we will get the value, there will be two values. One is minus 1 plus root 3i by 2 and another value is minus 1 minus root 3i by 2. So in total there are 3 roots, 3 solutions are there and those are known as roots. One is 1, another is minus 1 plus root 3i by 2 and third one is minus 1 minus root 3i by 2. Okay, so these are known as cube roots of unity. And we are denoting these 3 cube roots of unity. We denote as 1 means that is 1. This value we denote as omega. This value we denote as omega square. Clear? So 3 cube roots of unities are 1 omega omega square. So we can write here 3 cube roots of unities are 1 omega equals to this much, omega square equals to this much. Clear? So these are your cube roots of unity. Clear? Then come to some properties of cube roots of unity. So there are some properties. If root cube of 1 equals to 1 omega omega square where omega equals to minus 1 plus root 3i by 2 and omega square equals to minus 1 minus root 3i by 2, then we notice the following properties. First one is the sum of cube roots of unity is 0. Sum means addition of cube roots of unity, means 1 plus omega square. Let's see how it is equals to 0. 1 plus omega, this is not w, this will be omega. Omega will be represented as like this, okay. So 1 plus omega square equals to 1 plus omega value, we are writing here, plus omega square, this one is omega square, means minus is omega square, plus is omega. Then we will add here, okay. After adding, we will get the total value will becomes minus 1, okay. So 1 minus 1 will become 0. Hence, 1 plus omega square equal to 0. Now we can learn that if three roots are 1 omega square, then their addition is equal to 0. Clear? This is the first property. The second property is product of three cube roots of unity is 1. Means their product must be equal to 1. How? 1 into omega square. Omega into omega square means you can see this is your A, this is your B. Means A plus B. This is your A, this is a B, means A minus B. So A plus B into A minus B, formula A square minus B square. A square minus B square. Minus will be there, but B means I into root 3 by 2. So I square is minus 1, that's why minus plus I am writing here. Clear? Then A square, so minus square is positive, so 1 by 4. Plus root 3 by 2 whole square, that will be 3 by 4. So finally 3 plus 1 will be 4 by 4, that is equals to 1. So we can find 1 into omega square equal to 1. So 1 into omega square equals to omega q, that equals to 1. So you obtain the another formula is omega q equal to 1. Clear? So this is the second property of your cube root of unity. Then come to third property. The complex root omega and omega square are conjugate to each other. The roots omega and omega square, these are two roots, okay, they are conjugate to each other. Conjugate, you know, if z is a complex number, then z bar is denoted as conjugate of z. Clear? Similarly, if we will take omega and we will take omega conjugate, so this is the value of omega minus 1 by 2 plus I into root 3 by 2, and its conjugate means written as bar, that equals to, bar means conjugate means you have to change your imaginary sign of imaginary part. So here sign of imaginary part is plus, you have to change, that is minus, that is the conjugate, okay. So this formula is equal to omega square, you know, omega square is minus 1 minus root 3i whole divided by 2, okay. So omega conjugate is equal to omega square. Similarly, omega square conjugate equal to omega. So we can conclude that both the roots are conjugate to each other, means omega conjugate is omega square conjugate is omega. Clear? Okay. So this is the third property. Then come to fourth property. Each complex cube roots of unity is a reciprocal to each other. Means 1 omega square, they are reciprocal to each other. Let us see. Omega into omega square, that equals to omega cube, and we know omega cube equals to 1. Hence, omega into omega square equals to 1, that implies omega can be written as 1 by omega square from this relation, and omega square can be written as 1 by omega. Clear? So we can say that cube roots are reciprocal to each other, means omega can be written as 1 by omega square can be written as 1 by omega. Fine. So this is your fourth property. Next, some notes are there. If omega be a cube root of unity and n be a positive integer, then omega to the power n equal to omega to the power r. What is r? Where r is the least non-negative remainder by dividing n by 3. Okay, so you have to divide this n by 3. You will find some quotient and some remainder. So you write like this: omega to the power n equal to omega to the power 3 into x plus r. Okay, x is your quotient. So omega to the power 3x into omega to the power r, that equals to omega to the power 3 whole to the power x into omega to the power r, that equals to omega to the power q, means that is 1. 1 into omega to the power r, that equals to omega to the power r. Okay, so thus omega to the power 7 equal to omega to the power 3 into 2. Okay, so we'll discuss in